I started vlogging in 2003, before YouTube even existed. It is with heart wide open that I share with you my journey that has taken me from South Korea to now living off-grid in the middle of nowhere. Okay, Miley. Good morning, everybody. Now, my first thing... you stay there. Willow's gonna get mad at you. Oh, I have to go get his food. So, I have to do the chicken, the roosters that we got yesterday. So I'm gonna do that. I gotta get my gloves, bring Willow some food. So I just did the 6 roosters we got yesterday. This is a talon. You see the length of that? It's huge. This is hard, like really hard nail. This is the other guy that had it. That's like lethal. We never had a rooster that had talons like that. They always died before the talon was that big. I'll see if I can cut trees. It's quite windy, but by the time I get back out, it might come down. I want to go with the quad where I opened the trails the other day and at least fall a few trees. It's cold. It's like just March 4th, the day of the tariffs. It hasn't changed my life as of now. So yeah, what an exciting time to be here. Like there's so many things that can go wrong. Oh my god. This is pretty tough. I have to look where I'm going. Okay, so I will film while driving properly. I cannot talk. I'm gonna check. I couldn't really clear the snow. And this is really solid. If I can climb on that, I can drive on it for sure. Yeah, this is really solid, compacted snow. I should be able to drive. Yeah, let's try it. I'm gonna give you a tour of the new trails before I start cutting. I think I might cut 2 back there.
But let's see, this is something that wasn't there before.
That's pretty cool to have these trails now. Like, I dreamt about them for a long time.
There's another one that's gonna come behind these trees along the meadow. Yeah. And then there's a trail that goes at the back over there.
Anyway, now I'm gonna go find my tree.
So I'm gonna start with these two here, and then we'll see. But my tree stand is over there, so that will give me a better view back there. I was planning to cut this patch completely to have the view back there, because sometimes the deers are there but I can't see them. I'm taking a little break after the first one. It was a physical one because it was so dense, you know, the branches. There's a lot to cut. And it's not straight, so I'm gonna have like a big 8-footer. And then whatever, it'll be a 4-inch something. So I'm gonna cut this one now. This one is straight and doesn't have as many branches, so it should be less physical. Oh yeah, this one too, it was like really dense, so took a while to buck it, but it's really good quality wood. So I got a 16 foot by 8, and then after that, I don't know, maybe a 8 by 6. That's what I'll do with it. So I don't want to block my quad access to the trees by falling a tree that goes in the middle of the path. I want my trails to last until I can cross the creek with the excavator, which will be after the flood. And I don't know when that's gonna be, but this usually, like right here, that's like water, you know, it floods. Yeah, we got lots of trees. I'm not gonna come even near taking all the ones I could. Like, so anything below 6 that will not, like the first log will not give me 6-inch, like a 6 by 6, then I don't cut it, you know. It's not really worth it. It has to be at least 6 by 6 inside the log to be worth it, for me anyway. I don't know for other guys. That's the flow for now. I don't think it's gonna be long before it flows ragingly. I'm gonna cross with the bridge. If a tree is crooked, I won't hesitate to cut it if it's convenient to do so, because it's gonna give me firewood. It's not gonna give me anything else but that. So whether I cut it now or in 2 years, it makes no difference. So we had some snow, as you can see. I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna cut 2 trees at least today.
And then later on I can work more in the shop. It's beautiful today because of the snow that fell. So there's a lot of snow in the trees. And with the sunlight, it's good. So my strategy with the three cutting is it's better for me to take my biggest trees first. And my reasoning behind that is there's a limit of how big of a tree I can put on the sawmill. And I've had that happen maybe 3 times so far. So this is not it's not as good as when it's like just at the size that the mill can take, because it adds like a lot of work to make the log fit in the sawmill. So like a tree like that is getting close to that. This, no, not yet, but that one is getting there. So I'm gonna cut that one first, and then I might cut this one and fall them in that space here. And then there's a whole bunch here that I can take too that are pretty big, bigger than the ones I cut yesterday. There's another big one there. So I'm gonna work with these guys first. I wonder if the quad is far away enough. Maybe I'll move it over here a little bit just to be sure I'm out of the way when that tree falls. So here, that's the tree. It's big. It's like maybe at the bottom, maybe more than 2 feet across. Okay, and then in this patch, there's this guy here. There's another guy behind. There's this guy. So it's a nice patch, and then by cutting the big ones, these small ones will have a chance to grow and replace it. So it's not, I'm just harvesting the big guys. So let's see, but this is it's one of the biggest, and it's really dense. So it's gonna take me a long time to cut all those branches. I just forgot about the camera, but here you have it. It's a big one. Lots of work. I have to go refill. It took more than a gas tank to do this much. I'm almost done. Then I'm gonna cut it to length, because if I leave it like that, it's going to bend. So that's undesirable. The chainsaw is stuck in the log. I thought I was doing it the right way to prevent that. I have to go get the other chainsaw to free this one. And when that happens, it can ruin the bar, twist it, so then you don't cut straight anymore. So that's a pain in the butt. It's like a maybe 30 minutes delay before I'm back here ready to saw again. That's the way she goes. To make it more fun, I went off the road at the turn here. Something happened. So I got the winch, because that's all that's gonna really work. That's good. Okay, just a little longer delay, you know. Yeah, I think I wasn't holding my bar handles strong enough. I underestimated the corner. Okay, so I'm back. I think I need to go from the top. I'm not sure. The worst would be to have both saws stuck in there, but I will do my best to make sure that doesn't happen. It's done. Is it straight? I'll find out on my next cut. I'm gonna get ready. Whew! A 12-incher by 16 feet. That's pretty sweet. And this is pretty big too, probably 10-inch, 16 feet. The other one is like 8 or 6 by 10 feet long. So that's really nice. Now I'm gonna go get this one. That didn't go as planned either. Yeah, it was not supposed to fall there. So that was event sketchy to get it down from the stump. So I'm gonna cut the lower branches, cut some of the trees that are holding it, and I'm gonna have to use the excavator to pull it out. So 16, like 10, 12, and a 16, 8, and a 10, 8 or 6, I'm not sure. But that was a lot of work. Whew. When I take this on the trailer, this one, maybe just one log at a time. But it's still faster than dragging the excavator each time, dragging them with the excavator, even if I do just one. Okay, I'm gonna split a load of firewood, and I think I'm gonna start a fire in the shop too today while I work in there. Penny just pulled on this, so I lost the electricity in here. Yeah, they're so mischievous. Anyway, I've got a fire going. Now I'm looking at this, and my next step with this project is I have to cut these bolts on both sides, and then I can put the long piece. But yeah, that's the first part, so I'm gonna work on that. So that worked out. Now I put the long one and a straight one. I leveled it so that it's touching the black plate here and there. And then I'm gonna weld something between this and this without touching the screw to keep the metal bar and the square together. And then here on the other side I will weld this and weld that there, maybe 3 places, and then I'll have this continue, and then I'll put that under the quad, decide how long I want it, then I cut, and then I build the next thing that goes on to the hitch. Okay, so now I have to prepare the metal for welding it, and I have to cut pieces to go from here to the round.
tack weld these brackets and then remove the whole thing and finish the welding. There was something I had not noticed. Over here, this is 6 inch. This is 5.5. That's why it's squeezing here. So now by doing this, I can't slide it because it's too wide here. This is how much I can slide it. So I'm gonna leave it like that. As long as it fits for my quad, and then yeah, and then these are kind of there, it's holding, so I'm gonna do the plates on the other side. I have to reattach this. So it got welded, so it's, I attached it, I attached the turnbuckle, and I think that's the right distance. So now this comes here. All I gotta build is something from here to there to connect this, and then we'll be in business. I'm sore from yesterday's trees. Okay, so I'm gonna take these two today. I've got some bigger ones back there, but I'll make my way to them. Like this one, I want to take that one as well. So I've got these three. These two, luckily, they kind of go that way. So it should fall in the right direction. So I got a maybe 10 by 16. This, I'll call it a 6 because it tapers. Maybe it's an 8, but it's another 16, and then I got a 10, and then I got a post at the end. I ended up doing 3. I'm full of like wood chip. So that's one, that's like 16.8, 16.6, and a 4.10. Tomorrow I got this guy. I did this one, 16.8, 16.8, 10.6, and the other one is 16.8, 16.8, and 10.6. So I've got to cut my pipe at 90 degrees to continue working on this, and my chop saw that would do that fairly easily. I cannot put my metal blade on it because the arbor size is bigger and I don't have an adapter. So I was able to cut. I figured out something, and the result is not so bad. I didn't grind it, but for my purpose, I think that can be okay. And then I'd have to see if this can fit in here. Yeah, I could drill holes, put a nut through, and then weld. And that would be strong. Like weld here. It's slow, it's slow going. So this is what I'm thinking. And then I'm gonna add a plate like that to really hold this together on both sides. And I think that will be pretty strong. I'm gonna weld this now. I'm gonna start the generator. Maybe I prepare my plates first and everything, so I do all the welds together.